Hey guys, it's me, the Afro Hamurai, and yet again, I'm talking to you about something that isn't music related. If you're watching this and you're subscribed to me and you're wondering what am I doing, I am kind of trying to do a variety slash music channel. So there's times where I'm going to talk about music stuff and maybe do some music performances, and there's other times I'm going to do stuff like this and then also some kind of funny stuff. So don't worry, I am doing music content. It's just I also kind of like doing this stuff. Thanks, cool. So I like music. But what else do I do? Well, I like playing games. That's something I like doing. But also, knitting. But yeah, here's the problem. In the UK, it's kind of annoying to find places to get knitting stuff. Like, I still haven't found one shop that sells everything that I want it to. But I have, however, found a good 4 or 5 that seem to cover everything that I want. So I thought I'd kind of do quick reviews slash suggestion situations for each of the shops I get my knitting stuff from. First up, we have Hobbycraft. If you ain't heard of Hobbycraft, don't worry. I didn't either until my partner decided that she wanted to get into drawing, in real life rather than digital, and she got other stuff from there, like pads and paint and all of that sort of stuff. The plus side of Hobbycraft is that they tend to have a decent selection of lots of different things that cover many different hobbies. And they seem to have a very big range of the Knit Pro stuff, the stuff that I think in the US they call it Knitter's Pride. So if you're looking for that brand of stuff, you're going to be able to find quite a lot of it in Hobbycraft. They were the only place that I could find that had this set of double pointeds in stock. So there you go, and they were actually at quite a decent price. I think it was cheaper than the other shop that I have on my list, so they're kind of cool. They also have bags and other little bits and pieces. They send their stuff through Hermes, which I really don't know why. The only downside of Hobbycraft is that their selection of yarns, at least that I found, was relatively limited, but that might just be because of the fact that they don't only do knitting and crochet and stuff. They also do lots of other different things like painting and other stuff, so that might be why they're not really a specialist just knitting and crochet sort of thing. Yeah. And the second shop I'm going to talk about is Purlescence. This is actually a kind of cool story-ish. It starts on Reddit yet again. I was looking at getting circular needles, interchangeable ones, and I was thinking between two brands, and everyone was like, oh, you should try some by Chow Gu. However, I couldn't find any shop that actually sold these needles in the UK. So I went onto Chow Gu's website. I checked their distributors, and this one showed up, and their website looked the best, so I picked them. And also their website was up because I think a couple of them weren't, so that was upsetting a little bit. This seems to be a two-person setup, because when I got the email confirmation, I got it from Sarah at purlescence.co.uk. So hopefully, if you are as small as I think you are, or at least run relatively small as a shop, I hope this actually genuinely gets you some business, even though I don't have a lot of subscribers, because I really like your shop, for real. I'm not actually even messing around. They're kind of limited in what they hold. They seem to mainly hold that brand of circular needles and interchangeable needles. They also do a set of the interchangeables that has the complete set and then a few extra needles in there. So then that way you can kind of have all of the thicknesses that you would likely need. So that's pretty cool. And they do books and stuff. They have some pretty cool yarns. I haven't bought yarns from there, but I am looking at getting some more tools. I haven't got the 170, I think it was, for the complete set yet, but when I do, you are going to be getting an order. So can you please make sure that if you don't see an Afro Hamurai order, or something like that. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to mark it, but if you don't see that order, can you please make sure that you have one in stock set aside for me, because I really want a set, please. Yeah, I rate Purlescence sort of a 4, because it's cool that they seem to have a relatively specialized selection. They don't have a lot of stuff like Hobbycraft, but what they do have is kind of like just a bit more stuff that's focused just on knitting. It's very likely they'll have something that you want. If not, they'll at least have something that will give you an idea of what you want otherwise. The next shop is Love Crafts. Now, Love Crafts is a bigger shop, it seems. They seem to have like everything that you would need for anything. They have patterns, lots of them are free, but you can pay for some like individual patterns or maybe some books. They have stuff for knitting, they have stuff for crochet, they have stuff for sewing. I think that's it. And they also have some links to some videos on their website as well. So yeah, that's it right there. They used to be separate sites. So there used to be a Love Knitting and a Love Crochet bit. And I think they just put it all together because they realized that realistically what you could just do is just go to the crochet site and find everything that you want for knitting anyway. And they also use Hermes. Purlescence actually use Royal Mail. So, if you're in the UK, I trust Royal Mail more because it very likely is going to get to you. Just at the moment, it's just going to get to you late rather than not getting to you because, yeah, I still don't trust Hermes. I'm sorry. They've lost two things for me now. My toilet paper. I ordered some toilet paper. They lost it. I ordered something on Vinted. They lost it. Dudes. Why? Yet again, their stuff's shown up all right. And what's cool about Lovecrafts compared to the others is that they send their yarns when you buy yarns in like a really nice like meshy, fabricy bag that you can then use to make sure that it's stored safely so that it doesn't get damaged. The rating for Lovecrafts, I'm gonna give it 4.5. In fact, generally speaking, Lovecrafts is the first place I still go to when I'm looking for knitting stuff, just because they have a huge range. And yeah, like they have a lot of like different yarns that you can get, lots by many different brands, and they do quite a lot of tools too. So generally speaking, if you were getting started in knitting or if you wanted to find something, I would suggest head to Lovecrafts, have a look, see what's going on. Yeah, they tend to have a lot of Knit Pro, like Knitter's Pride stuff as well, but then they also tend to have a lot of other stuff by like Addy and what's his face, Pony and stuff like that too. So check them out. The next shop is one I actually haven't bought from. The reason I haven't bought from it is because when I was going to buy yarn from there, they didn't have the one that I wanted in stock, and then I found another place that had it in stock that has soon become my favorite place to get yarn. So yeah, stick around for that one. Deramores, Dreamores, Doraemon. Look, I'm very bad at pronunciation of anything, so Deramores are pretty cool because they do a rewards program. I know that sounds like a cop out, but genuinely, like the other ones don't really do a rewards program. With Lovecrafts, I did get sent in my order some discount codes that I could use, so that was pretty cool. But Deramores seem to do this thing of if you spend money, they give you some points, and then you can use those points towards getting discounts on stuff. That's pretty cool. Their website is really annoying to navigate around. I found when I wanted to try and find specific things, like if I looked into knitting needles, there were just filters that were on Lovecrafts that weren't on Deramores, and therefore made it a bit harder for me to find stuff. But when I found stuff, it was cool. It worked very well. I haven't seen what their deliveries yet, so I can't comment on that. Memory says that they use Royal Mail, so at very least yet again that your things are going to arrive. And yeah, it's pretty much all I have to say. I think they have a pretty decent yarn selection from what I looked at. There were lots of yarn brands that were on Deramores that I actually didn't see on Lovecrafts, including Novita, which is one of the brands that the next shop has pretty much everything of. But yeah, there was some cool yarns there. Also, they tend to have a bit more in stock of slightly cooler shades compared to Lovecrafts at the moment, at least. I mean, I'm saying this in what is right now February 2021. It's very likely that once the world starts to become a bit more normal, then we'll have some more colors of yarn. I rate Deramores a question mark but it's a question mark that moonlights as a 4. Snuffle Bean Yarn is the last shop, and yeah, Snuffle Bean Yarn is a dangerous yarn shop because they have some very good looking yarns. So Snuffle Bean Yarn seem to be a small independent shop. They have a lot of stuff on Instagram. I'll put their Instagram in the description. They're a really cool independent shop. They stock a lot of that Novita yarn, so a lot of the stuff that seems to be finished, but they actually had in stock the Novita and Moomin yarn, which Deramores didn't have in stock when I wanted to make the order. And I'm telling you right now, I have that yarn. I don't know what to use it on, and I'm scared to use it on anything because it just looks really cool, and I wish I bought more. And I did make a second order, but I'm likely going to make a third because I just want more of that yarn. Yeah, it's really good. The downside is these guys don't wrap the yarn in like the fabric-y bag that Lovecrafts use. So it just comes in a plastic bag, like the plastic little wrapper that it comes with, like when you're sending it through the mail, you know, that sort of plastic, that stuff. They have a really relatively small selection of yarns in terms of brands, but the yarns that they have are really quite unique and quite special and quite cool. So if you kind of want that, I would kind of say that at the moment at least, Snufflebean Yarn is my best small yarn shop. In fact, I've ordered more yarn at the moment through there than I have through Lovecrafts. They also offer a nice little rewards situation. So when you order stuff, you get points. Those points get put into your account, and then you use that and you can get like discounts and stuff like that. Yeah, I have no idea what the knitting community is going to say to my video, especially if they look at the rest of my channel and see that there's just like lots of me doing music and then just chatting crap about some socks that I kind of thought were alright. But yeah, if you're watching this and you enjoy knitting, I hope you enjoyed me running through some of the shops that I get my stuff from here in the UK. If you have any more questions about like just knitting in general, like ask me. I'm not a master knitter, but I've kind of gotten pretty good. And also, if you do have questions about knitting and you're wanting to learn more, definitely check out, there's a channel called Happy Berry. There's a channel called Happy Berry Knitting. You should check that out. And also you should go on to r/knitting on Reddit. Very good community there. They've been helping me out with a couple of questions I've been having while I try and like relearn knitting. So yeah, cool.